It's estimated that 1 in 3 older people will fall on a regular basis. It's so common that it's actually a leading cause of hospital admissions and death among elderly. So this is obviously a major problem. I'm Dr. Rodney White with Omaha Chiropractic, and today I'm going to share some pretty amazing research about something very simple that you could do if you're in your later years in life and falling is a risk or an issue for you. So there's many researchers now that are believing that chiropractic adjustments can actually help you maintain balance and prevent you from falling over. One particular study in New Zealand investigated whether chiropractic care could in fact improve brain function and thus prevent falls. The researchers found 60 or so older adults to participate in this randomized control trial, and it's important because these randomized control trials are the gold standard of research. It means that people are in a control group or a blinded group and then the actual treatment group, and they don't know the difference in which group they're in. So they randomly assigned 50% of the participants into the group that would receive chiropractic care and the other 50% into the group that was the control group. So they didn't receive chiropractic treatment. Sometimes this could be from they get fake treatment or they're just doing something else, but they don't know the outcome of the trial. So one of the major outcomes they looked at during these trials was something called choice stepping reaction time. So essentially what happened was they had 4 lit up panels in front of them, and each time one would light up, they measured how quickly someone could choose to step and step onto that panel without falling over, because that would be a huge fail, but essentially they're measuring the time and the reaction for it. So those of you who aren't watching this and are listening to it, think of 4 lit up lights in front of you, and each time one lights up, boom, you have to step on it as quick as you can. There's another one, and they would do it that way. The reason this is important is because if your brain can actively speed up the time that it takes for you to step, that's also speeding up your ability to catch yourself if you start falling. So after 4 weeks of treatment, or the treatment or no treatment, neither group had any difference at all in the speed of how they could step. So far, nothing significant. But after 12 weeks, there was a dramatic and significant improvement. The end result was there was actually a 2.5 times greater improvement in the reaction time with 12 weeks of chiropractic care compared to the results of a similar study where people did 6 months of specific exercises to try and improve this. So 6 months of exercises compared to just 12 weeks of chiropractic only. The chiropractic group 2.5 times faster stepping reaction than what was found in that other group. So why is this important? Because researchers have shown that being able to take a quicker step, like we talked about before, results in less falls. And with falls being so dangerous to our health as we age, this is a crucial thing. And it is important to note that for the changes to occur, it was more than 4 weeks of chiropractic care. So if you're in your elderly years and you go see a chiropractor, this isn't going to improve in 3 weeks. You're not suddenly going to trip on something and catch yourself. It took more than 4 weeks, and by the end of 12 weeks is where they measured. So it might not take that long, but it needs some consistent treatment in place to help that. So again, don't expect immediate payoff, but it will come over time. So another thing that they measured was something called ankle joint position sense. So the way the body works, it's on something called proprioception, which means, like for example, if I close my eyes, I can touch my finger to my nose because my brain knows where I am in space. So one of the most important bits of proprioception we get is nerves that come from our ankles. Our ankles are very, very big on the receptors sending through the nerves to tell the brain where we are in space. That's why if you've ever missed a stair, it's because your brain thought that there's one more stair or there's not another stair, and it feels weird when you trip or hit and almost trip and fall. It's because the information coming from your ankle joints is suddenly different to what the brain expected. So the better we know where our ankle joint is in space, the less likely we are to fall, because our brain knows where we are as we're walking. If you catch your foot on something, it can much faster find that. So in this study, they found that not only did this improve dramatically, but these chiropractors weren't doing anything at all to touch the ankle. All they were doing was adjusting the person. So this means that, interestingly enough, restoring proper spinal movement seems to improve the way the brain and the ankle communicates. Some other things they found was that it also improved the brain's ability to process sound and visual information, and of course enhanced the ability to take that compensatory step. To top it all off, they even felt better physically too. So the visual and sensory piece is dramatic as well, because think about what happens if you see a hazard on the ground and you're walking and your brain suddenly notices there's a difference or an unevenness in the sidewalk. Your brain needs to very quickly register that, then change the way you take a step. If that doesn't happen fast enough, you see it, but it's too late and you catch your foot. So all of these different things happened to help the brain improve our ability to not fall when we're undergoing chiropractic care with 12 weeks. So if you are getting a little older in age, or you're someone who just falls a lot anyway, go and get adjusted today and see if that can maintain or even help improve not only your overall function, health, and quality of life, but definitely cut down on the chance of you tripping and falling and causing major damage as you get older. If you don't have a good chiropractor and you're in the Omaha area, we'd love to check you and see if we could help. Our website is sapechiro.com. Check what we're all about, and we'd be happy to meet you. We'll see you next time.